before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, the months of the apostle, elders, and bishops, the great millstones, rule well and teach well. Shalom to the 144,000 men that are pushing and believing this word in all true sincerity. Each sacrifice that allows us to do so. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. And shalom to the Israelite foreign scattered abroad of all four corners of the earth. The Heavenly Father named Yahweh, His only begotten Son named Yahweh Shai. The Lord one this is edifying, quick and straight to the point. This video right here would be entitled a No Kings protest over here in the U.S., specifically in this part of Michigan or whatnot. You know, we recently had a No Kings protest, and you see that Esau Edom's system is collapsing, his empire is falling. Your own people are protesting against you individuals that are in the Senate seats and the higher up seats. Why? Because they know you're ruling unjustly. They know that you're supporting a particular people, which they are all of the same nation, but you're supporting those Timu Israelites over there that's in our land, you know, and the everyday American woken up to that fact. The everyday American woke up to the fact that that DJ Trump, the Cheeto Puff himself, with blonde hair and blue eyes, everybody woke up to the fact that Trump ain't trying to make America great again. He's trying to make Israel great. The Timu Israelites great. And we know that through prophecy that this is what has to happen. But before then, this also going to lead to sedition among these everyday Americans, because they can't even trust in their own government. You know, and if we being straight up and honest, if y'all really wanted to do something, y'all would go not just protest. Y'all will actually you know how they stormed the Capitol? Y'all a form of a protest. Most individuals don't have that capability. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all not like them good old boys that will die for their country, for their rights. You know, most of you individuals, most of these Babylonian individuals don't care that much, and they know that. And they know that, but the modern day Babylonian is dumbed down. And a lot of those No King protesters, the ones that I saw, was older individuals, because they either was witnessing the decline of American status, or they was involved with the American status being at a hierarchy, you know. But I seen a lot of older Edomite men and women, because a lot of them 50, 60 and up, they lived an entire period of when Babylon the Great still had some of that power. You know, it wasn't powerful as the 1930s and 40s, but either way, they seen some of them glory days, and these people living in them Babylonian glory days. But guess what? That's all about to change. So I'm gonna start here in Sirach, chapter 10. Because we see how Trump is judging his people. We see what it's like for unjust and unrighteous ruler to rule over the people of the land, right? And this is exactly what happens, right? Every king that has came and went, that was not righteous, that was a heathen, did not judge righteously, and they failed. They always end up falling, because why? They ended up doing something to the money that made the money bad. They either pissed off another nation, it was set up for them to go down, and pissed off the Lord. But and they also lost the mind of the people. You know? So we dealing with a president that obviously don't have the people backing him anymore. You have infighting against the MAGers and the MAGers, you know. Slogan, make America great again. Well, America's never going to be great again. It's going to fall even more so. So this is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, right? and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And yeah, we can see that this is the complete opposite. Over here in America, Babylon the Great, these people, the leaders ain't well ordered. They're involved in Epstein parties. They doing all types of wickedness and diabolical behavior behind the scenes. But this place is supposed to be the greatest planet. It's supposed to be the greatest nation on earth. No, this is not. This is not what they made it seem to be. This is not the golden brick road as it once was to these other nations. As a judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is. Sure are all they that dwell therein. So yeah, whoever's in charge, and whoever's in charge, his people will follow in those footsteps, right? If he's unjust, the people will be unjust. If he's righteous, he will be right. If he's righteous, the people under him, his subordinates, will be righteous. So that's exactly what we're seeing. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So yeah, we seeing that unrighteous king judge his people harshly and unfairly. There's no way in hell you sitting up sending money, billions and trillions of dollars to these other nations, but your citizens in Babylon, USA, are poor, don't got nowhere to stay, struggling to fight the increasing prices, struggling to pay bills, can't even feed themselves, don't have no clothes, struggling to find jobs, but you sending help to these other nations. You sending millions and millions and billions of dollars to Israel. It doesn't make sense. And this is exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing the decline of America, Babylon the Great. So this is also going to lead to 2 Ezra 16 and Isaiah 19 as well. Because the way Trump and these other officials and leaders acting, they doing things to lose the support of their people. So since they losing the support of their people, they're also the people that once supported them, gonna turn on them. So in the day of Jacob, in that day, whatever day that shall be, they're not going to care about who's in power and who ain't. They're going to do whatever it takes to survive. And since you individuals in these high power seats decided to choose to not rule and pass out legislations and approve of legislations that was not helping the people, they're not going to spare you. They shall not spare you. So, let me see. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16. And what was that? Verse 15? Yeah, verse 15. Oh no, it's like you. Yeah, this is 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? So yeah, this I almost said Isaiah. This is Ezra's talking because he's seeing the visions of the latter end. He's seeing how this is going to end. He's seeing what the nukes were. He's seeing Yahweh Shai returning. He's seeing Jacob's trouble. Right? Verse 18: the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Because why? People are going to die. People are going to be dying left and right. People are going to be going fighting against one another and dying. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars and powers shall stand in the wars shall stand in the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come? Trust in the Lord. That's all we can do. That's exactly what we got to do. But actually, I jumped over. So now this is 2 Ezra 15. Salaki, I missed the chapter. This 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 15, straight to the point. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And yeah, this is what's going to be happening in Jacob's trouble. The modern day sword is the gun, and these people are going to be running around. deleting each other for what? Gain. For hate. Because, and then not even just that. The Lord is going to turn these spirits up on these people. Y'all think people are stressed out now? How much more shall Jacob's trouble when you actually got to feed and provide yourself? When there's no police at your beck and call. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. Actually, no, I jumped the verse. Salakia. This is verse 16 now. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. In verse 17, a man shall desire. Oh, actually, that's it. But the point of it is what? They're not going to regard their kings nor princes. So whoever is known has a high notoriety in the time of Jacob's trouble, you're a big ass target. Because what? You chose to do the people wrong, and a lot of you politicians and whatnot, y'all already big targets. Y'all can sneak away now and try to seek refuge, but y'all not gonna seek refuge in Jacob's troubles. Because what? People are going to be looking for you, headhunting. People are going, oh, you passed that bill to make my family go through a lot. And they're going to remember that. Oh, well, you helped them. You helped them, support them, but you couldn't support your own American brothers. So that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. And they are witness, and they notice that. That's why a lot of these people with high notoriety are going to be hiding in Jacob's trouble, seeking refuge. Salakia. Excuse me. But this is exactly what we're going to witness and see. We're going to see the downfall of this Babylonian society. So I'm going to grab this last verse, or last precept. Now, this is in Isaiah chapter 19. And I'll start at verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight, right? Everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And yeah, this is what happened. You're going to have infighting among the Edomites. And over here in Babylon the Great, this is what's going to happen. You got the Russian Edomites against I'll start off here. You got house against household. You got people against people. These people are really going to fight and go to war and kill each other just for bread, for gain, for resources, for food, for water, for clothes. People aren't going to get to cannibalizing each other because they're going to be so hungry. People are literally going to eat anything that they can find because they're so damn hungry. So this is exactly what's about to happen. And then on a global scale, you got Russian Edomites against American Edomites. You got all of these things that's happening. You got all of these things that's happening right before your eyes, and people are not waking up to it. So therefore, what? You're just gonna have to perish. So from here, I jump to verse 4 now. The Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord over a fierce king, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. So yeah, what's about to happen? What? The Lord has given you modern day Egyptians, which these Americans are the modern day Egyptians, the modern day Babylonians, so on and so forth. The Lord has given you over to a cruel Lord because why? Guess what? You did not choose to. Y'all just set up for judgment at the end of the day, and not just set up for judgment. Y'all set up to suffer because Trump is that cruel Lord. If you believe it or not, you believe it or not. So be it. But Trump is that cruel Lord. He's not sparing anybody. He's passing harsh legislations. He even back then when he first came into office, he started to approve of death by firing squad, the guillotine, right? Having those old-fashioned judgments come back into power. That's exactly what's happening. He is that cruel Lord. We seen that. We seen glimpses of that when he was in his presidency. So this is exactly what we noticing and seeing, and it's not slowing down. This is not slowing down. It's not going to just, it's going to have an abrupt end. No, it's not. The Lord is speeding things up because for the elect's sake. And that's exactly the time we're in. So, with that, I like to end by giving all praise and glory and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodas. Oh, when it's edified, and now it's the next one. Shalom.